States Air Force has repeatedly shown that it rules the sky. From the time the U.S. shocked the world in the 1945 bombing of Hiroshima, the United States Air Force has established itself as the king of the sky. Given the billions that are being pumped into the United States Air Force every year, it is only natural for the air fleets of God's own country to have weapons that other countries can only dream of. Given that the United States is not the only powerful nation in possession of amazing fifth-generation fighter jets, the United States Air Force is about to shock China and subsequently the rest of the world with its new fighter jets. Who would come out on top in a clash between these two superpower countries? Join us as we explore how the U.S. Air Force is ready to shock China with its new fighter jets. By 2030, the United States intends to have retired fifth-generation fighter jets in favor of the future, next-generation air dominance. You know the world is in trouble when a country talks about retiring a jet that costs roughly $150 million. The United States plans on retiring the legendary and deadly F-22 and stepping into the future. How close they are to this is a shock to China and the world. The fight for air dominance is an age-old battle, as establishing dominance or showing off some form of power leads to peace in your country. In modern warfare, with the great advancements in technology, this is more true now than ever. When it comes to the waterfront in today's world, two countries stand out: the United States and the People's Republic of China. Both countries invest billions into their military and possess many sophisticated air fleets and weapons. A clash between these two countries would be devastating, but who would emerge as the victor? The United States expect to have total air dominance with the introduction of a sixth-generation fighter, the Next-Generation Air Dominance NGAD. But what exactly is this sixth-generation fighter? The United States Air Force could not even at this stage offer an accurate projected per-unit cost for this new fighter, as even at this point a design hasn't been chosen yet. But Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall has gone on record to say that it will likely cost multiple hundreds of millions of dollars per jet. Multiple hundreds of millions of dollars, that's a whole lot of money to spend on a jet. But the United States is planning to produce over 200 of these. The development of the NGAD started back in 2014, and by 2015, DAPRA announced a new aerospace initiative to develop X-plane prototypes to demonstrate technology for future aircraft. The Next Generation Air Dominance is a sixth-generation air superiority initiative with the main goal of fielding a family of systems. The central element would be the sixth-generation FX fighter, also known as the Penetrating Counter-Air. It would be assisted by the Collaborative Combat Aircraft, or CCA drone, whose job is to play wingman. It will also help fighters to efficiently carry out combat missions to eliminate targets. All of these would not happen unless under the right circumstances, advancement in technology and the latest weapons, so we can expect these new additions from under the hood of the sixth-generation fighter. We're looking forward to artificial intelligence, hypersonic missiles, sensors, advanced avionics, powerful engines with adaptive capabilities, and probably combat lasers. This is what the future of airspace looks like. All sources, both in the United States military and Navy, believe that this sixth-generation fighter should be ready for unveiling in the 30s. However, the United States is not the only country looking to incorporate artificial intelligence into its airspace, as Beijing is planning the same thing. China's fifth-generation fighter, the J-20, is currently the third most powerful in the world. China is determined not to be left behind by any country, particularly in modern warfare, so preparations are underway by the Chinese for a sixth-generation fighter. The Chinese military aviation industry has been releasing concept art for sixth-generation fighters. It is important to note that the Chinese sixth-generation project is a secret one. However, these concept arts come from reputable sources. On January 31, 2023, the AVIC, Aviation Industry Corporation of China, posted a video that featured CGI concept art of a sixth-generation fighter. The sixth-generation fighter possessed low-reflective diamond-shaped wings, a blended winged body configuration, and get this, no tail. Rick Zhou, who writes in-depth pieces on Chinese military technology and force structure, commented on social media that the art of a generic tailless large future fighter is significant, only in the sense that AVIC would not show such high-profile CGI if they were not working on a 6th-generation fighter. Expected new capabilities include AI piloting assistance, drone control capabilities, more extensive networking of sensors, and a flexible combined cycle engine that would be capable of sustained supersonic cruising while generating enough electricity for powerful jammers or directed energy weapons like lasers. Yup, China also wants its new 6th-generation fighters to have lasers. We are unlikely to get any more details about the Chinese 6th-generation fighter, given how tight-lipped the Chinese are about this project. By stepping into the future with NGAD, the United States will retire the F-22 Raptors, which were banned due to the United States federal laws from export to other countries to protect the stealth technology and classified characteristics, despite its desirability by allies. The F-22 and its subsystems were designed to be updated regularly throughout their life cycle, and among the updates, it is worth noting the introduction of new types of ammunition. Some of these include the Joint Direct Attack Munition JADAM, Small Diameter Bomb SDB, Short-Range Air-to-Air Missiles, and Medium-Range AIM-120, and multiple updates to the aviation of the device through the Automatic Ground Collision Avoidance System in 2016 and the Multifunctional Distribution System, Joint Tactical Radio System MID-JTRS in 2021. Some upgrades are still in the works, and their funding has been approved until 21. These include new sensors and antennas, advanced infrared search and track air stand, improved stealth performance. On September 7, 2022, the F-22 Raptor celebrated its 25th year in the sky. The world's first 5th-gen fighter, this advanced stealth fighter aircraft by Lockheed Martin was designed to dominate the skies and enemy warplanes. It was an anniversary that celebrated the dominance of the sky by the United States. The F-22 Raptor took to the skies for the first time on September 7, 1997. The F-22 is quite remarkable when it comes to spy balloons, as suggested by practice, especially in recent times with China's balloons. Worth mentioning is the younger brother of the F-22, the F-35. Though designed for a completely different purpose, it quickly rose to prominence in the stealth fighter line. In 2022, Lockheed Martin announced that the 1,000th piece was being assembled. The F-22 and F-35 are two completely different planes for two different jobs. The F-22, designed for air superiority, excels in straight lethality, and the F-35, on the other hand, gets high marks for flexibility. If you want an enemy aircraft taken down immediately, then the bad boy Raptor is the man for the job. If you need a widely capable substantive core of your fighter fleet, then the Raptor's younger brother, the F-35, is the man for the job. The F-35 can also be used for lightning-fast ground-to-air strikes. This, among other things, is what quickly made the F-35 the most popular export fighter. Both planes are fighter aircraft, and both are capable of dropping a bomb if the need arises. And most importantly, both are stealthy and can avoid detection by the enemy. The Raptor wins in sheer speed and the ability to get in and out of the combat arena without the enemy knowing what happened. To use a simpler example, like say, for example, cars. F-22s are Bugatti Chiron, the absolute best in its field, bar none. The F-35 is a Ford F-150 Lightning, remarkably advanced in every way without sacrificing usability. International participation has been a key aspect of the Joint Strike Fighter program, with many foreign partners showing interest in the American Lightning, seeking to modernize their air force by replacing the fleet with the latest stealth fighter from Lockheed Martin. However, according to the Lockheed team, the mission system software, especially for sensor synthesis, has become one of the main problems of the fighter program and the cause of the delays. The Joint Strike Fighter program, JSF, is a development and acquisition program intended to replace a wide range of existing fighter, strike, and ground attack aircraft for the United States, the United Kingdom, Italy, Canada, Australia, the Netherlands, Denmark, Norway, and formerly Turkey. The projected average annual cost of the program is $12.5 billion, with an estimated program lifecycle cost of $1.1 trillion. This program sought a replacement for the Sea Harrier and later the Harrier GR-7. The Joint Strike Fighter was selected in January 2001. During its concept definition, 2 Lockheed Martin airplanes were flight tested, the X-35A, which was later converted into the X-35B, and the larger winged X-35C. It is designed to replace a wide range of aging tactical aircraft and expand on traditional fighter aircraft roles with new competencies that expand mission utilities. Each variant has also been adopted for use by various branches of the aforementioned Allies' defense structures. From the onset, the core drivers of the Joint Strike Fighter programs were to reinforce the air superiority of coalition nations while containing fleet development costs by channeling efforts into one highly advanced design and sharing costs across the program member countries. To maintain stealth, the Lightning II received 2 internal weapons based on 4 combat modules. Its arsenal includes air-to-air missiles, JDAM air-to-surface munitions, paveway bombs, joint standoff weapons, cluster munitions, and anti-tank Spear 3 missiles. Even with its illustrious plans for the NGAD, the United States wants the Lightning II to form the bulk of the Manned Tactical Aviation Force, the Navy, and the Marine Corps for decades to come. The Chinese competitor to the F-22 and the F-35 is the Chengdu J-20. The J-20 marks the first of a multi-role stealth fighter into China's armed forces. According to the Chinese Department of Defense, China views stealth technology as a core component in the transition of its air force into a predominantly territorial air force to one capable of both offensive and defensive operations. The J-20 is designed for enhanced stealth and maneuverability. It has the potential to provide China with a variety of previously unavailable air combat options and enhance its capability to project power. As an advanced multi-role stealth fighter, it is speculated that the J-20 can fulfill both air-to-air and air-to-ground combat roles for the People's Liberation Army Navy, also referred to as the National Aviation or the Plan AF. According to the People's Liberation Army Air Force, PLAF, and Senior Colonel Shen Jinki, the J-20 will enhance the overall combat capability of China's Air Force. A 2016 report by the Department of Defense states that the J-20 represents a critical step in China's efforts to develop advanced aircraft to improve its regional power projection capabilities and to strengthen its ability to strike regional air bases and facilities. In 2014, the United States and China Economic and Security Review Commission described the J-20 as more advanced than any other fighter currently deployed by the Asia-Pacific countries. It is believed to be equipped with subsystems and field signature reduction technology that collectively meet the internationally accepted classification of the 5th-generation aircraft. It is worth noting, however, that China's criteria for defining aircraft generations differ from accepted international standards. China defines aircraft generation based on when an aircraft was integrated into the Air Force. Per China's criteria, the J-20 is considered a 4th generation. However, how does the Chinese J-20 fare against the United States F-22s? Let's find out. On paper, the Chinese J-20 boasts some advantages, while the F-22 boasts others. Practically, however, as General Kenneth Wisselbach, head of the United States Air Force Pacific, said, "I don't think that the J-20 is a dominating aircraft at this point, compared to what we have. So let's see. What do they have?" Weapons payload is complicated on 5th-generation fighters, such as the J-20 and the F-22, because to maintain a stealth profile, the missiles have to be stored in the body of the aircraft. The United States has the edge here, with the F-22 being able to store 6 AIM-120 AMRAAMs and 2 AIM-9X Sidewinders in its weapons bay, while J-20 has room for only 4 beyond visual range BVR missiles within visual range WVR missiles. Furthermore, the F-22 has a gun, while the J-20 reportedly does not. The number of fifth-generation fighters built by China ranges from 50 to more than 200 units. The United States, on the other hand, has a whopping 187 F-22 Raptors and 450 Lightning II in various modifications. However, the United States and China's Air Force are rich, not only in stealth fighters but in other areas as well. So yes, it is time to talk about bombers. It is impossible or highly unlikely that anyone has not come across the B-2 Spear, at least in a photo. Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit, also known as the stealth bomber, is an American heavy strategic bomber featuring low observable stealth technology designed to penetrate dense anti-aircraft defenses. A subsonic flying wing with a crew of 2, the plane was designed by Northrop and produced from 1987 to 2000. In addition to the B-2 bomber, the United States recently acquired what could be termed its successor, the latest B-21 Raider stealth bomber. Benefiting from more than 3 decades of strike and stealth innovation, the B-21 is the evolution of the United States Air Force strategic bomber fleet. When it comes to delivering America's resolve, the Raider will provide the Air Force with long range, high survivability, and mission payload flexibility. The B-21 Stealth Raider will penetrate the toughest defenses for precision strikes anywhere in the world. The B-21 Raider design has been said to be similar to that of the B-20, however their configurations are different. The B-2 is capable of carrying over 7,000 pounds of weapons in its compartment. The B-21 Raider forms the backbone of the future of the United States air power. It will deliver a new era of capability and flexibility through advanced integration of data, sensors, and weapons. Capable of delivering both conventional and nuclear payloads, the B-21 will be the most effective aircraft in the sky, with the ability to use a broad mix of standoff and direct attack munitions. The People's Republic of China, on the other hand, is actively trying to keep up with its counterpart. China intends to fly its own Xi'an H-20 stealth bomber. The main trump card up its sleeve has an operating distance of 5,280 miles, according to its open data. The B-2, on the other hand, can go 6,900 miles without refueling. However, should China decide to improve this feature of the H-20, it will endanger Japan, the Philippines, the South China Sea area, etc. Finally, where would modern warfare be without UAVs and unmanned aerial vehicles? These small devices can become very effective and deadly, just like fighters in the hands of the Air Force. The United States is not lacking in UAVs, as they have in possession the American MQ-9 Reapers, and their Chinese counterparts are not left behind with the Chinese CH-4 Rainbow. Both drones are almost identical, which has led to the accusation of China stealing designs, as with the F-22 and F-35 fighter jets. How do these two UAVs compare to one another? The American MQ-9 Reaper is a UAV capable of remotely controlled or autonomous flight operations. The MQ-9 was developed by the General Atomics Aeronautical Systems. Each unit costs a whopping $16,900,000. It is 11 meters in length and has a wingspan of over 20 meters. It can hit a top speed of over 482 kilometers per hour and has a range of over 1,850 kilometers. The United States military currently has over 433 MQ-9's Reaper drones. The engine type is the Honeywell TPE 331. It is the first hunter-killer UAV designed for long-endurance, high-altitude surveillance. 2006, Chief of Staff of the United States Air Force General T. Michael Mosley said they are moving from using UAVs primarily in intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance roles before Operation Iraqi Freedom to a true hunter-killer role with the Reaper. They can carry missiles, The Chinese UAV, the CH-4, has a wingspan of over 18 meters and a length of 8.5 meters. It is powered by a 100 HP class piston engine, giving a top speed of 235 kilometers per hour with an endurance of up to 40 hours. The United States wins this round again. Whilst the struggle for air dominance in modern warfare will continue to go on, it is clear that the United States is in the lead. Thanks for watching. While you're still here, click on the link appearing on your screen to watch another of our videos.